That didn't work too well. Here's a brim, turn it to the side. Get out of your mind that you're going to be perfect as soon as you start. Get out of your mind that you're not going to waste any material, because you're learning, and when you learn, there's going to be waste. What's up, guys? It's your boy Allan Wade, back again with another video. We got the Ricoma MT-1501 in the background. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, comment down below. I've been playing around with this machine and I think I've been getting some stuff together, but it seems to me like most of the errors that I've been making has been just like every other machine, user error. The machine will tell me to do something, or to tell me that the design is too big, and I'll try to stitch it out anyway. And so yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff that I am not doing right, and things that new people should watch out for. So I'm going to show you guys a few things that I kind of figured out on my own, or kind of looked at the mechanics of the machine and kind of like think that it should work, you know. So we're going to test out, I'm going to stitch out a design that I created that you guys might have saw on my Instagram stories or on my YouTube stories. It's a SEPTA logo that I created. Also, I created this design also. And side note, I gave this to a professional digitizer, so they're going to digitize it today, and I'm going to compare mine that I digitized, which is this one right here, to theirs when I stitch it out. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Let's just jump over here on the machine, and I'm going to show you guys some things that I think could possibly work and could possibly be a hurdle that you might have to jump when you have this machine. All right. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. First, I want to say this machine looks like a beast. It seems like a beast, but it's not really a beast. Once you start using it a lot and you start playing around with the buttons on the screen, and you start threading the machine and all that, and you do that a few times, it's actually quite easy and not intimidating at all. One thing, let me turn up the ISO real fast for you guys. Sorry to do this on the fly like this. Alright, one thing that I found, right, with my first stitch out, you guys might have saw that it had a lot of like little small loose threads at the end of the design that needed to be cut. Now when you get the machine, they tell you after you thread it, right, after it's threaded possible, to go ahead and pull this and like leave this in one of the strings, right, like this, kind of like this, right. So you see I pulled the thread up and I pulled it through here, and what happens is as the machine starts stitching out, it'll grab the thread and the thread will end up right here. So Ricoma told me that when I contacted them and asked them about that loose thread problem that I have after it stitched out, it had all these like little loose threads in the caps. So they told me that my thread, my tail thread up here, was too long and I should cut it, and that should fix that problem. So it did fix the problem on some of the needles, but it seemed like it was still happening a little bit. So what I did with one of the colors was I actually cut the thread even farther, and when you cut the thread down even farther, it can't go up here, and I think that might solve the issue, along with one more thing. One more thing I'm going to tell you guys, right? Oh look, I cut that and it went all the way up here. Alright, so I got to rethread that. Anyway, one more thing I want to tell you guys, right? So when you're threading this machine, right, I think this might also be an issue. These little lines up here, right? I'm gonna pull the thread real fast. Let me just to kind of like illustrate what I'm talking about. See, when I pulled that thread, see that lever right here that goes up? Sometimes you might thread the machine, and if you got tension on there, and then you put it up right like this, in that spring, you guys didn't see what I did. What I did was, I say I'm done. I thread the needle and everything. I passed the thread through the hook and down through the presser foot, and this lever is still up, right? And then I hang it right here, hypothetically speaking. And then I start embroidering a project and I get an error. This could potentially be an issue because, I don't know, it just makes sense to me while troubleshooting that you should not start embroidering with one of these little loops up in the up position. Seems to me like it should be in a resting position, right? So what you would do is you would obviously let that down, and that would be the way you want to start an embroidery. All right, that's it. Just seems to me like that would help. All right, let me rethread this needle real fast. Show you guys how you got to do it. Really not too difficult at all. I'm just going to pull through some extra thread, and I'm going to get that tip. You got to have good eyes for this. Put this through the tip of the needle right here. If I can get it right there, put it through. Perfect. And then grab the other part that came through. Grab it. Pull it through, right? And then this thread also has to go through the foot. So you go ahead and push it through the foot. Grab it up. And see how it like wrapped itself around here. You got to be real careful about all this stuff. Alright, because it wants to wrap around that other foot because they're close together. Alright, so boom, got that. Got that. And I'm going to cut it short because I'm going to do my little experiment. Alright, so see how I got all the tail threads like cut real short? It seems to me like that might be the way you want to start stitching out. And I'm going against what Ricoma recommends because they say to go up here and hang it on here. Hang it on to pull it through and hang it on the little spring right here because these threads fit comfortably right in each little spring. It worked while I was at the factory, while I was at the Ricoma factory, and well, I won't say Ricoma factory, while I was at the place where they deliver the machines, the headquarters. But I don't know. It seemed like when I did that with needle number 1 last night that I wasn't getting any issues. So I'm gonna try it with all the needles with this design and see how it works. So let me hoop up the design and we'll test it out. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Thank you. Just in case you're wondering, this is some stabilizer. I'm just folding in half. Just in case you're wondering, this is nothing, and I mean nothing, like the SE600 or anything like that. This is way more complex. All right, I'm tucking the stabilizer inside of the hat where I'm going to be embroidering, where the machine is going to be embroidering. All right, so yeah, it's not that you can't get it, because you can get it. If you want to get into this stuff, then you can, but there's a whole lot more steps and a whole lot more understanding and reasoning and theory and testing and trial and error you're gonna have to, you know, get past. And all right, so now I'm just taking the sweatband, and I'm taking it out. And so okay, I gotta get a hat clip and put it on here. Give me a second. If you have anything you want to ask me, leave a comment in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you real fast. I always respond fast. Alright, back. We got a hat clip. Alright, so your machine comes with 2 of these hat clips, and it also comes with this, which is dope. You can clip this onto a table. I showed you guys that in the last video. So this thing goes on, there's a little flap right here, it goes on like this. Yeah, I feel like I'm at a store. I feel like I'm at Lids or something. You guys ever go into Lids? So what you have to do is you have to get this little piece of sweatband underneath this lip right here. So let me get you guys a good angle so you can see it. Alright, you guys can see that. So I'm getting the bottom part of the hat hoop underneath. There's like little 2 feet right here. I'm getting it underneath here. And then I'm going in with it, all while the stabilizer has to stay in place. Underneath here. Then I'm getting this, right, underneath this little part right here. Alright, there we go. And there's a little line right here. And I'm matching it up with the line on the hat. But what I found is when you pull this through to lock it in, it kind of like when you lock it in, it kind of like pulls the hat to the side. So what I do is I line it up a little bit further over to this side so that when it, to compensate for that pull. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this right along the edge of the brim. All right, and then you come on this side. You come on this side, there's a little clasp right here that it has to grab onto. All right, it grabs onto that clasp, and then this is the part where it pulls. So you just lock it in, and that's it. Hat is hooped. All right, it's that simple, guys. Not that hard. Not that hard, you just gotta do it a few times, and that's perfectly hooped. Let's take it over to the machine and get it on there. So, on the MT-1501, we got the hat thing installed. Here's our hat right here. Here's our brim. Just gonna turn it to the side right here. We're gonna put it in, slide it underneath here. Gonna turn it this way, and we're putting this part right here on top of, let me show you guys. It's kind of weird. Putting this on top of here, and see the way I got the machine real fast. I gotta control it real fast. Let me move it back a little bit to give myself some clearance. I'm moving it back on the controller, guys. All right, so boom, got a little room now. That, this middle part right here, let me try to show you guys what I'm talking about. So there's a part right here, metal tab, and there's like a groove right here opening up. This has to go in here. All right, so it can really go on either way, like this. It can go on that way too. So I'm locking it in, and once I lock it in, these, like I showed you on the last video, there's one here, there's one on the left, and there's one underneath, and they all have to have like no play in it, and that's how you can tell that your design is lined up good. All right, so that's that part. Now, right on the side of the machine, you got your screen right here. They give you a little sheet also that you gotta follow steps before you start your embroidery. So what you wanna do is follow these steps. So unlock, that's unlocked, and everything has like a, it's kind of like self-explanatory. So I press this to get my file, got my SEPTA file right there, right? Chose my design, okay. All right, there it is. Choose your hoop, which is gonna be my hat hoop. But to choose your hoop, you gotta press this button. Choose hoop is illustrated. So any mistake that I make is my mistake. Choose hoop, that's what it looks like. So press that. All right, I'm gonna use a cap hoop. When I press the cap hoop, it's gonna move the machine. As soon as I press OK, it does this little weird thing with the hat hoop. It moved a little bit, right? It's centered. What it did was center the cap hoop. All right, it centered the cap. All right, so back over here, let's do the next thing. What's the next thing, guys? I'm trying to film this for you, and so you guys see everything. All right, now you got to pick the colors. Colors are already picked. I'm not gonna mess with it. It's 4131. So colors 4131. That's the thread that matches the corresponding threads that are up here. All right, let me show you guys real fast. So thread number 4, I got a whole bunch of extra threads up there, by the way. This first row right here is thread number 1, 2, 3. This first one right here is 4. So thread number 4 is white. It's not that complicated. These are the threads that are threaded through the machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth. So it's 4, 1, 3, and 2 that I'm using. 4, 1, 3, and 2. 4, 1, 3, and 1. 4, 1, 3, which is the red, and back to 1, which is the white again. All right. So boom. Did that part. Right. Choose colors. Got the colors selected. Press OK. Speed 750. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit for no reason. Just gonna turn it down. Insert the hoop. Hoop is already inserted. Choose location. Now this is the part where you use these little arrows to make the fine adjustments to your. Every time I push one of these arrows, the actual hat is moving. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see if I can get you guys to see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to like grab, I'm gonna try to grab one of these little points right here, and I'm gonna position it right over top of where, using these arrows. Alright, I'm trying to get this right in the center, trying to place it exactly where I want it, right on that line right there. Alright, so that looks good to me. I'm gonna leave it right there. Alright, what I'm interested to see is if my threads are too short, because it seems like they might be too short, but we're about to find out, guys. We are about to find out. And I think we might have a user error. I just hope I don't mess up this hat, but we'll see. Alright, so after that step, choose location, you lock, you press the lock button, lock embroidery, you do trace, press the trace button, which is this button right here, and watch what it does. It traces out the whole design. Boom. It'll tell you if your design is too big or too small. Boom. Okay, so it's fine. And then we just press start. Alright, now like I said, I'm interested to see if my threads are too short. I'm kind of nervous. I kind of think they are too short, but we're about to find out. Only reason why I say they are kind of too short is because of what just happened with that one thread right there. Alright, so and here it is right here, this yellow thread. Alright, so I'm just going to press start, and we're just going to go with it. Because I know the first thread, which is the white thread, is going to be fine because it's already looped up in the machine, which means nothing to you guys, but I'm going to press start and show you guys. Yep, now see that? The thread is too short. It's too short. So it's loose. Which means I have to rethread it, and that's the error that I'm getting. So again, you guys, it's good for you to see this because you guys see that it was a man-made error. It was my error, right? So what I'm going to do in that case, when you miss a few stitches, what happens is the light starts flashing on the machine right here, right? And I hope I'm doing this right. I might be doing it wrong, but you got to press stop to back up a few stitches. Alright, from what I gather. I might be wrong, but I'm going to press stop and it should back up. Yeah, it backed all the way up. Alright, so I'm going to rethread it. I'm going to rethread it real fast, and I gotta have a longer piece of thread, obviously, because that didn't work too well.
A-Dubb Productions.
I forgot to mention, when you have a thread break or when you have a missing thread problem, you gotta flick that switch. Alright, and that now it's solid to get solid again, excuse me. And we are ready to go, guys. Alright, so now you know that the thread break and all that stuff that you might have heard on social media, it works on this machine. Alright. Alright, y'all, that was a prime example of me thinking that I know something and it didn't work out, but it's okay because I'm experimenting. So what I had to do just now is I had to totally reset the file back to the beginning because I didn't want to screw it up, and I also put it on needle number 1. What you can do is you can press this needle button and you can put it on any needle that you want to start off. And in my case, I'm starting off with needle number 4, so why don't I just put it on needle number 4. Alright, so we're on needle number 4, and then I'm going to press lock. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press lock, lock embroidery. I'm going to go ahead and just trace it again because we're always supposed to trace. Always supposed to trace. Alright, so we're traced out. We're right over the center point of the hat. We're locked. I'm just going to press start now. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, that's exactly why. I know exactly why. Okay, so now we're embroidering, guys. I want you guys to check it out. Alright. Alright, so that is exactly where it's supposed to start off. For some reason I was thinking it's supposed to start off in the middle, but that's not how this design is. Alright, so looking good so far. What I want to see is after the first trim, is there like a little tail part? Is there gonna be a little tail part that when the machine cuts the thread for you automatically, is there gonna be a little tail part hanging that we're gonna have to trim manually? Trying to get rid of that issue, so let's see how it does.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, approaching the end of this first part right here. And let's see how the machine does. Let's see how it cuts it. Let's see. Okay, looks good. Looks good. I don't see any tail at all. Wow, okay. So that's good for that color. Let's see about the other colors. I'm impressed. I'm happy with that. All right. We are cooking on gas, guys. We are cooking on gas. All right, let's see if the white does good. All right, see if there's any little trail that we have to cut.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, finishing the white. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Clean, clean, guys. We're clean for number 2. We're 2 for 2, 2 for 2 on a cleanup. Looking good now. Looking good now. Got this thing all oiled up and looking good now. Sorry, I'm a little hyped. All right, so let's see if we can go 3 for 3, guys. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. All right. Let's see.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, wrapping up the red. Let's see what we got. Just gonna trim and then go to the middle. Yeah, man, look. Yeah, man. We are 3 for 3, guys. 3 for 3 on a clean. This little part right here that's hanging, I'm not too worried about it because it had to be like that. All right, it's not gonna be perfect. We're 4 for 4. Oh my gosh, I'm just so impressed right now this morning with my MT-1501. I'm feeling encouraged. And the best part about it, guys, I digitized this design myself. So there is hope. I can't wait for my 12 o'clock, which is in 1 hour, my 12 o'clock meeting, virtual training. I'm looking forward to that. So we will see how that goes. But so far, everything is like on point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think everything looks good. I think everything looks almost perfect, I would say. So only gonna get better from here, and I obviously gotta spend a little bit of time with this thing before I make any money. It's not like one of those things where you're just gonna get the machine and start rolling in the dough. You have to spend some time with it. You got to play with it a little bit. But after you get this down, which I'm getting it down, the possibilities are endless. Find yourself a good digitizer, I would advise you. And get them to make your designs for you. Don't try to do everything yourself like me. I fall victim to trying to do everything myself, and that's not a good way to be in business, guys. You got to have a team. Time is money, and nothing can, look at that. That looks so good right there. That looks so good. I'm so excited about this. Now I just want to see if it stitches out the rest perfectly, just like it stitched this out perfectly. All right. What I can do on the screen is I can speed it up, but I'm not going to speed it up. I'm going to keep it at the same speed because it's doing good. So I don't want it to mess up. So I'm going to keep it at the same speed, 700. I'm not in a rush. So yeah, there you have it, guys. MT-1501 Ricoma working good like a champ. Got to find out some tips and tricks and the software and things like that. And I really think there's light at the end of the tunnel for me to make some money with this machine, guys. And I'm excited at what's in store. I've been actually sacrificing the growth of the channel. And actually, I won't say the growth of the channel because you guys are still subscribing, which I want to thank you guys for. But the revenue part, my YouTube AdSense, I haven't been going as hard, so my AdSense is dropping. The money that I'm making on YouTube is dropping. But I have to learn this machine. I have to learn this machine, guys, and that's a must. All right, this is a $15,000 investment. I'm not playing around with this thing. I gotta learn it. So I mean, I won't totally compromise my channel, you know, which means let me let you guys know, Cameo 4 Plus videos coming up this week. All right, well, what's today? Thursday? Yeah, we're doing Cameo 4 videos all next week and some more the week after that. So stay tuned for that. But look, we are 5 for 5, and I think our trim issue is, I think it's safe to say our trim issue is done, because we're getting some good quality stitches out of here. So yeah, be right back after it's done, guys.
Hey Dub Nation, it's your girl Kaveen Jador, and you are tuning into A-Dubb Productions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And while you're at it, head over to my channel for some great videos. Link in bio. Bye.
So when your design is done, like ours is done, the machine beeps. You press the little clips, turn it to the side, take it out, and let's see what we got here. I mean, guys, that's clean, that's straight, the symmetry's on, it's directly in the center. I mean, I didn't even clip anything yet. Let me see, I think there's one trim right here I have to make, and clip, that's it. I mean, guys, look at this. This is just nice. This is just quality. This is just quality, guys. Look at this. I mean, guys, Ricoma MT-1501. Looking good. Listen, guys, look, right? Soak it up, because I'm going to tell you right now, every video is not going to be like this. Every video is not going to be smooth. I'm going to be pushing this thing. I'm going to be trying different things. I'm going to be possibly even, just like today, doing things that I'm not supposed to do with the machine. Once I get fully comfortable with it, you know, as long as I know I'm not going to break it, I'm going to be pushing the boundaries of this thing, guys. But let me know what you guys think of my second design down in the comments below. This was my first design right here, the ones that had all the trims on it and stuff like that, all the trims that I had to make, but it still came out good despite, right? And I actually did this last night, but this was I should have made this black, and my brother has a hair salon. Oh wait, I don't want to put everybody's business out there, but anyway, yeah, this was a good design right here. This should have been black, but I need to redigitize this font because I don't want the satin stitch to be sideways like that, but I think this came out good. So this is actually this was my third design. First design, second design, third design, stitching out on the MT-1501, guys. Actually, no, that's not accurate, because first, second, third, fourth. I'm on a roll here, guys. I'm doing pretty good with this thing. As long as you pay attention and you really want to learn, and you don't get discouraged, get out of your mind that you're going to be perfect as soon as you start. Get out of your mind that you're not going to waste any material, because you're learning, and when you learn, there's going to be waste. I wasted a bunch of hats, I'm not going to lie, especially when I did this one, because I'm so particular about my logo, and I wanted to look so perfect. Probably stitched out about 5 of them. Excuse me. And I wasted one hat on the SEPTA logo. But other than that, everything's been buttery smooth, man. Love the machine. Gonna be learning more. Can't wait to do more videos with you guys. If you're buying anything on Amazon, use my Amazon affiliate link down below. If you want to start investing in stocks, use my Acorns link down below. I get $5, you get $5 when you sign up, and I've been doing that. Got quite a bit of money in there now. I've got mine on my portfolio on aggressive. You don't pick any stocks on Acorns. Acorns picks the stocks for you. So sign up for Acorns, start saving money today, especially if you're an entrepreneur like me. So what else do I have down below? My heat transfer warehouse link. Use my heat transfer warehouse link if you want to buy vinyls or any machines like the Silhouette Cameo 4, Silhouette Cameo 4 Plus, any heat presses and things of that nature, any sublimation printers. Use my heat transfer warehouse link down below to buy your SG500, SG1000 sublimation printers. those videos coming up later on this week also. And guys, also use my Vexels links. Vexels is a software, is a website that you can sign up for, and you can pay a monthly subscription where you have unlimited access to unlimited amount of images. You can even submit your image and they'll create a Vexel for you and have it on the website so you can download it in different file formats, and you can use their images to put on your merch. They even have stuff that I can grab off the website, auto digitize and stitch on the hats and shirts and stuff like that, which I'm going to experiment in a video coming up soon. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's your boy Allan Wade. Let me know how you guys think I'm doing with my brand new Ricoma MT-1501 commercial embroidery machine. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?